Hello. It's time for Palworld. I'm back. I heard something. I was like, what the fuck? No, we good. We good. Yeah, I'm back ready for some more Palworld. This is gonna be probably a little bit of a shorter stream. And by shorter, I mean it's gonna be like 3 hours instead of 4. The goal is, with me going back to work and getting that all taken care of, ignore the fact that it's day 157. I've done nothing. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. So, considering the fact that I have gone back to work and things are like slowly getting better, I am trying to get back into the swing of things with like sleeping and just being in a, that was loud, being in just generally a good position. Hold on, I need to, yeah, that's right. Me pause some stuff. Man, it's weird when you haven't played a game in a while, as in like a day. And your eyes are like, wait a second, what's going on? So with me like finally going back to work and everything, which I do want to talk about, it's been really good. So yeah, stuff to talk about there. But sure. I still get like chastised by family being like, hey, you got to be up at this hour to do this and do this. And I'm just like, yeah, no. So that's just, it's been a lot of like back and forth. Loud to me? Oh no, I have it up to just insane volume on my headphones. That makes sense. Okay. But yeah, am I going first today? Hold on, let me move some of these back. So this Nightwing seems great. It's very slow, so I gotta work on that. You can go there. That's right, I need to catch like a ridiculous amount of Nightwings. That was the plan. Actually, let's move you back. Helter Skelter can come with us. And then we can do a Jolt Hog, you and you. Just for now. But I need to catch a bunch of Nightwings. Oh, we should test out our... Where's Experiment? Come on, buddy. Let's see what happens. Nice. Where so far it is a very even 50-50 split. If the next one, so this is just curious here. If the next one doesn't work, then I have a theory on something, which I'll worry about in due time. But if it doesn't work, I do have a theory about something. So today I think all I really want to do is worry about ranking up all the pals. So I really just want to go through and just be like finding pals, going from there. I'm gonna have to find Nightwings, so that will be a thing. You know, hold on. brain needs to like work briefly, but what if I... Yeah, I think for today, I'm not going to be doing too much exploring. I just want to rank up everything. So if that's the case, I feel like I should be taking on you. I feel like I should. Let me move. Y'all are like mid-40s, so that should be fine. You as well. Sanda. No, Wixen. Are you maxed? No, but y'all are not maxed. So I think that's also what I want to do, is like try maxing these as well, just to go from there. What do I have? So a few Memorests. There's a few of everything. So let's go find, well, I know where Jolt Hogs are. So let's go catch a few of those. And we can go from there. Yeah, so we're just going to rank up and then do some other fun stuff. Yeah, so work-wise, work's been great, honestly. I think I've already told Spring this, but I fully believe that this is probably going to be one of the easiest jobs I've ever had in my life. And that's not, like, I don't mean that I feel like in like a rude way or anything. It's just compared to all of the other stuff that I have done throughout my professional career, I think that this is just going to be pretty darn easy in the grand scheme of things. Where did that go? That was weird. Yeah, I do truly think it's just going to be super easy. Like, I don't think there's going to be any issues whatsoever. Literally the first 2 days have just been smooth sailing. I think there's only been like one major thing that I needed to like, I wouldn't say like work on. It's just more the fact of like, it's just different to what I'm used to. But other than that, like, I truly think that it's just super smooth sailing. There's Jolt Talk down here. So yeah, I do have work later today, which is why I'm, you know, gonna be streaming to a specific time. But I'm all ready to go. Like, truthfully, I feel pretty darn good. So there's a lot of dead Jolt Hog bodies. Well, while you two go fight each other, I will catch both of you. Stop, that's mean. Stop. Sorry, I was taking a drink. Can't the guy take a drink in peace? Thank you. Yeah, that all being said, like, it's super easy, super chill. There is a few things that, like, I will have to do, just this week. That's gonna probably mess with the stream schedule. But, you know, it really just kind of depends on various stiffs. AK-47 is struggling with their tasks. What up, buddy? There's probably no food there. Is that what's going on? That probably is what's going on. Hold on. Got new medication? Nice. So why are they struggling with their tasks? So my streak can bounce. No worries. Oh. Hold on. What in the world? What happened to all the food? I didn't take all of it. They put all the food in here. Okay, hold on. Oh, and then ingredients can't be put in here. Is that what's happening? Oh my gosh. Hold the phone. Okay, let's just see what's going on here. You're starving. You should be able to go over there. You should be good, and you should be good. All right, let's get... I didn't think that they ran out. That's on me. That's on me. Okay. Let's do some of this for now. Yeah, I'm having them eat the grilled lamb balls, so that they should be okay, but I imagine that they... Let's get you in here. Down. Oh, I need to do some healing. Hold on, actually, you go right here. So I need high grade. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. So over full. Need one. High grade medical supplies. So you're depressed. 2 depressions. 3 depressions. Weakened. And you're a chicken. So I need 3 of those. Oh, I just need the high quality shit. Okay, hold on. What do I have you? Just a alpha chicken. Yeah, you should be fine. Sanity is slowly increasing. Depressed, weaken, and overfull. Okay. Put you back. Alright. I should be able to make some medicine. Use a man. Yeah. This should help. This should help. Your KFC today? Nice. Congrats on the 30 streak. Oh, what I was saying before I like spaced out. Yeah, this week is going to be a little bit like different just starting off, just because, like I said, I'm getting back in the swing of things with working and whatnot. And then I do have to still do some, some other things. Okay. There we go. Yeah, there's still a few other things that I am going to need to do that it should be fine. Keyword is should, but you never know. All right, all of you get back to your tasks, whatever they may be. Just gotta make sure that they're all... Where's the chicken? Lift. Gosh. Your sanity's down. Well, actually, no, your sanity is fine. Not even that bad of working conditions. Well, while you're resting in there, should be okay. I need to go back because I need to get some more medical supplies. Sorry. Yeah, so things like there should be a stream that I want a stream to happen on Thursday or Friday. But due to some, how do I put this? I would say it's mostly due to just being a little bit bad at math. I'm gonna have to do some extra work. So with doing the extra work, it should be okay. I'm hoping, but I might just have to I wouldn't say cancel. Well, I might have to cancel a stream. I just don't know if I'm going to cancel the Xenoblade one or the Mario Kart one. Probably will be Xenoblade. And then I'll just do an extra bonus stream on Saturday. So that's hopefully going to be the plan. Which we shall see. All right, where's Stress Incarnates? Pick you up. Get in there. Nah, I'll just do that. So, yeah. But yeah, things are at least going well. That's what I'm excited about. The fact that things are going well, I just feel good. For now, at least. So, yeah, no, things are going pretty well. Today apparently is supposed to be a little bit of a hectic day, I was told, for later on, but I have been I would say that I have been very much just going with the flow of everything, so yeah. I'm holding a giant elephant. The elephant is gigantic. Perfect. Maybe stay in there. I feel like this is a good start. Oh, you know what? Okay, let me do... If my hunch is correct, then this should work. And if it doesn't, then that's fine. But I get the feeling that this could work. So let me go find... Oh, the land balls have all fallen over. Perfect. Okay. So, you. So if my hunch is correct, this should be minus. Like, I don't know if this is a 50, like a clear 50-50 split, or if there are, if it just goes back and forth. So, oh, sorry. No, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. So this should just really, this should, if in theory, this should just mess up. Yeah, okay. So, grab you. Okay. So the bad experiment just got neutered, as to be expected. But I get the feeling that we could, if we switch back to the experimental sheeple, then it will be good. It's possible. Anyway, cow. Come with me. Sit in here. Nope. Sit in here. Need you to relax, moo cow. Okay. So I do need to catch Vixies. I should go back to the main place and just see if I'm done with Joltlogs. Condensation. Ten more. So yeah, I think this is just what we're gonna do today. I just feel like chilling. I don't need to like go crazy or anything. I just want to rank up the pals and go from there. It should be a good day. Also, I'm surprised that I've not seen any more like Sparkets. Because I feel like Sparkets are supposed to be like even in the past, I feel like they were more common than the Joltlogs, but 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 and 10. So that should be all done. Okay, next is Vixieland. Time to catch all the Vixies. I think just having them in my party will just help with, like, keeping track of what I need to catch. Meanwhile, I mean, Lamball squad's just rolling out, though. There are Lamballs everywhere. Lamball squad rolling out. They're doing what it's all about. Oh, I don't even need to... Ooh, they got the bones to pick. They got the bones, the bones, the bones, the bones, the bones, the bones. Oh, by the way, I did hit level 60, so, like, we're chilling there, too. Bone and bone and bones and bones and bones. Vixie, 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 Vix. And that's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. The Vixies have separated. Throw the ball. Throw the ball. Throw the ball. There's Cremisses. I'm not gonna lie, I have been, so like off stream, I have been looking for a lucky Cremis to no avail. I do know the place to go to, like, try to find it. So, from what I understood, my best bet that's not going to involve your rampaging. Go, Helter Skelter, go deal with this. Ow. Fire! Ow. 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 Alright, now you're dead. Good job. So, the best way I found to find Cremisses, I thought that Lamball was dead, but it's not, is you just kind of gotta go back and forth up here. And kind of go as far north here. And, like, there are still Cremisses. And then you just turn around and go the other way. You kind of just do this whole U pattern. And, I mean, that's what I found to, like, be the best way to, like, look for a Cremis. It's just the fact of, will they show up? And so far, the answer has been no. I mean, Lamball Squad just keeps showing up. And when Lamball Squad shows up, you know it's going to be a good time. So... Vixies! 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 And Vixies. I think after these batches, we might be done. There were Lamballs with the Vixies. They were commingling. Can't believe it. Anyway. All the ranks. The Dire Howls are fighting the Joltog Cyst. Yeah, it's dead. How it usually goes. And then I also go over here, just because there's Flambells. Which, those are pretty nifty, so... There's also some Lift Monks, but I don't really care about them. Just the flumbells. There's also some kelpsies. Nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. We need to get some food at some point. Alright, Joltogs, get them maxed. Boom. That is... Yeah, that's both... So Joltogs I don't need to catch anymore. That's fine. Vixies I do need to catch a lot more. I definitely caught more than 24 of these. I caught 2 more. That's hilarious. Let's move these to the must get rid of section. Yeah, that section right over there is the get rid of. We don't need you. Yeah, like the Sparkets. Like, I'm surprised that I haven't found any more. Hello, random cremis that's just there. So, yeah. And once again, trust is, like, the important thing. Let me get this. So you're maxed. So I think I want to just start moving the pals that are maxed that need trust up here. This poor Chickapee. Next. Interesting. I do need some more Pucksparks. Like some of these I surprise myself that I actually do need. Oh, I was gonna merge you. Well, now I don't even need you. Go over there. I should probably also do that with some of these. Because, yeah, you all are maxed, so I can not have to worry about you. I could also just worry about trying to max you all. You can go down here, because you are maxed. You're maxed, so let's put you up here. Or wait a second, no, you're a lucky, so you go right there. Let's get an Elgrove and a Lunaris. Like, once again, I just want to start getting these luckies maxed. So if it takes time, that's okay. There's a few others over here that I'll probably need to catch too. So we will just go on a catching spree, as it were. I really don't know how much of each I'm going to need, but we'll figure it out. And then in about 10 minutes, I'm going to need to go downstairs real quick to grab stuff. These are ribbunnies. Hold on. I think I need a few. I thought I did. I could be wrong. Well, I do know I need Celeries. Like, I was so surprised how long it took for me to catch the Celery. Like, it's fine, I guess, but... Come over here. There's a lot of drowning chickens. Why did all the chickens decide to start drowning? Literally, we just got here and all the chickens are like, you know what? I think we're going to start drowning today. This is surprisingly going well. Celeries. One of them escaped. Good for them. Stop fleeing. Stop fleeing. I have balls. Stop fleeing. I have balls. Dude, another one escaped. Good for it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Right on the wave. It's a wildlife sanctuary. My sanctuary. My sanctuary. Oh, my fears and lives from miles away. Dangers in time. Ow. Hold on. Would Spirit Flame do what I need it to do? Kind of. Please don't be on fire. That just dawned on me that they might be on fire. See, this is gonna be a little bit rough. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Hello. Some more deer. This is the rough thing, is the Grisvolts. Like, there's the Alpha Grisvolt. To get that, I don't even know if I need y'all. Oh, hi. I know I need you. Are you not gonna help your friends? Okay. Some Alphadrims. One, two, three. Ah! It'd be nice if I can reload faster. That's fine. I mean, this is doing a bit. What is happening? I accidentally caught a deer in the background. I'm being destroyed. Oh, you're dead. You didn't need to die. That was not on the cards. Please don't attack each other by the time I'm back. I'm just trying to catch y'all so we can merge y'all together and then things will be happy-go-lucky. Police. The surprising thing, I think, for me is that they're not actually, like... Oh, I stunned you. Okay, cool. I mean, this is going pretty well, all things considered. Hello. Fire. I'm just glad that the fire doesn't burn. If the fire were to burn, then that would be a different issue. But they're not, so we're good. You vanished. I still caught you? How did that ball catch you? What, huh? Weird. You know what? I do want to check. Meow. Down here. Grisbolt. Wait, so I can't get a lucky Grisbolt. Because the only Grisbolt to get is this one that's right here, and that's the alpha. Aw. This was not in the cards. Oh. I really did not expect that, though. I should just be taking some notes at some point on like which pals that I need to get like, or that can't be lucky, and then we have to just go from there. So what up, Hell? How are you? Did all lore for Poppy playtime last night? Nice. Wow, missed one of them, but that's fine. So many games to play, right? So little time. I am at least glad that, like, I'm just back into the swing of things. Lots to do. That worked surprisingly well. Where did you? I was like, where the heck did you disappear to? Audio early in the game, but oh well. Based on how that game works, can't you just go back? Like, I seem to recall Poppy Playtime's not supposed to be that long of a game. At least that's assuming like they closed door and locked door. Well, yeah, but I mean, like, if you redo like the chapter, right? You should have time. Chapter 5 is long. Got it. Prep took 4 hours. Jeez. The security bots there, run! Flee, flee for your life, kit. Well, it's actually about to be nighttime, which means that getting these should be a lot easier. I got some Elphadrins in the background. We've beaten 1 hour together. Gotcha. What, don't they have an alpha version of y'all? I need to catch y'all. Ultra Skelter and I are getting demolished. What to say? I thought the game was like supposed to be pretty short. Okay. After it is nighttime, I'm gonna head back to the middle here real quick. Or back to the, like, the pseudo entrance. And then I need to... Eats. I need to move my laundry really, really quick, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Ish. I put some chicken in the air fryer, so we should be good. Oh. I was feeling a little bit lightheaded. So I was like, I need food. Hill grows red lambo. Part of me is feeling like I should go. Well, no. I was like, oh, you know what? Like, before work today, maybe I should stop at the gas station, go grab some, like... Well, not only get gas for tomorrow and probably Friday, but also, like... I should, get, like, a soda before work today. That's gonna take a little bit too long for my liking, so. I'm just glad I'm gonna have a paycheck again and things are gonna be good in that aspect. Like this week, I think this week is the only week where like I'm a little bit worried about a few things. But then after this, it should be just some smooth sailing. It has nothing to do with even like job stuff specifics. Which it kind of feels like, I mean, I have a very small sample size, but with the people I'm working with, obviously Spring is somebody I've known for years, so like he seems to enjoy, like, for the most part, working. It feels like just a night, like, there's a part of me with this new job, right, where I'm trying to think of, like, what are the downsides, right? There can't always be just all good or, like, super easy or something. Like, there's gotta be, like, the downside. And I can't exactly find one. So I'm just, you know, I'm gonna chill vibe time. I think the other thing that's just really nice, though, is I'm also just out of the house. Like, I don't have to deal with all of the bullshit that's going on and whatnot. Like, I'm just out of the house, and I can just do my own thing. That being said, I might not have my car. I don't know when I'm gonna, you know. I'm just gonna need them to fix the car later. So something else that's also happened, and obviously, if you've been around the streams for the past bit, you know what's about to happen. Kit gets blamed for something that's not his fault. So, unbelievably, on the one day this week that one of my little brothers like decided to do his delivery driving, he somehow got a massive gash in my car door, my rear passenger side door. To which, and, you know, I guess that's just, yeah. What up, Cassie? Immediately, my dad decided to blame me for it. To which I'm just like, what? I didn't even have my car. Like, other people have been using my car, and that wasn't there during the drive to work. So, what do you mean? It's me. To which Strawby, and you know, at least he doesn't have to pay for it, but Strawby then, like, chimed in and was just like, oh, you know, that wasn't Kit. I'm pretty sure it happened during when I was doing deliveries. I'm just like, oh, great, thank you for owning up to it. We just gonna gloss over the fact that I, for some reason, am the immediate one to blame when I'm not the one who gets to use my car a lot of the time, and I'm super protective of my car. Like, I would love for it to not have like the dent it did when I crashed into a tree, or like, I would love for it to be, you know, I would love to have like the new windshield and everything in it. But I don't have the money. If you're expecting me to just immediately not panic over the fact that I had a gash in my door, like if it was me, if I was the one who was like driving the car when that happened, oh, I'd be getting insurance information, like I'd be all on top of that shit. So the fact that he's just like, you probably didn't care, and you know, you just lazy. I'm like, thanks, appreciate it. Why do you think so highly of me? But then he's just, this is just the strangest thing to me. He then goes, and I shit you not, this is an actual thing. He's just like, oh, well, we'll take it in to the body shop just whenever we feel like it. And I'm like, cool, well, I'm doing deliveries and I also have a job. So can you like do it on a day, like not this week? Just like, don't you want to get it taken care of sooner rather than later? I'm like, well, of course. However, I need money. And I appreciate the fact that my dad's going to be paying for the damages because it's my brother who damaged the car. But I'm also at the same time like, appreciate it, but I still have some stuff I gotta do, so I can't immediately just let you fix the car, because if it's going to be in a body shop, it's going to be in a body shop for like quite some time. And I need to do deliveries this week, otherwise I'm not going to be able to hit the amount I need for like debt payment and stuff. So, and once again, they just kind of like stared at me like I was crazy. I'm just like, okay, if you want to give me like $200 so I can make my payments next week or at the end of this week, go for it. Or you could wait till next week to fix my car. The problem is they don't listen. So it's very possible that either today or tomorrow, I'm going to go downstairs, I'm going to try to get in my car, find that my car is not there, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, we sent it to a body shop. And I'll be like, great. Love that. Yeah, that's where we're at. Anyway, that's my only like dour news for today. Good news though, I mean, we got streams on the way this week. We got a lot of stuff planned. I made myself a to-do list, followed by immediately passing out yesterday. I have a to-do list that I will be doing during Dead by Daylight tonight. So my goal is to get everything on the to-do list done before the end of Dead by Daylight today. And the cool thing with Dead by Daylight is because I don't work tomorrow, I will actually be excuse me. I will be streaming probably pretty late tonight. So that should be pretty good. Did that really go all the way over there to just snipe that deer? That's cool. Dude, the tracking on that. That was cool. Okay, my food might be ready by now. So I'm just gonna go over there real quick, and then I'm gonna go back to the statue, and then I'm gonna go grab my food. So. No, today should be a good day, and I'm feeling pretty stoked with what we got planned. We'll just get these last Elgroves. Something just got hit back there. What is it? More Elgroves? No, I'm fine with that. That ball had no idea where to go. Where's it going? Fly away time. We catch some celeries on the way, and then good stuff. Also, I'm contractually obligated to say that Cassie stole my Pop-Tarts today. You heard it here first. Also, let's see if we can catch this lunkerfish. I have a better fishing pole, so there is a possibility that this could be easier. We'll see. This seems a lot easier. I was so close and I got greedy. Let's go. Lunker. And it gives us the ancient civilization parts. Nice. And there's some chickens. Please don't eat the chickens, Helter Skelter. Yo, chat, what's everyone's favorite Pop-Tart flavor? I have gone back and forth on a lot of them, but I think my answer moving forward is now going to be brown cinnamon sugar. I know it's probably basic, hella basic bitch, as they would call, as the kids call it, but I think that is my favorite. No, they just, it feels easy to eat and light. So, that's just my take. Oh, I didn't even mark off that we got the 4-star Pixie. I should probably, well, first let's go do this. All right, you. This is looking good. I overcaught. But I still need the Elgroves for some other stuff, so that's okay. I'm missing 2. All right, 2 more Lunaris's. I do have, yeah, I was like, I do have Celery. See if this... Well, hold on. Let me mark off Elgrove real quick. Elgrove is done. Celery is not. Let's move those Elgroves to... There's another one just hiding right there. So this Elgrove area just means that I do need an alpha version. Which, you know, hopefully we can find. Yeah, I gotta press the buttons. Okay. I think I have a... Yeah, you can just merge together with you. That's not a big deal. All right. The deer. I have overcaught the deer by such a large amount. Which, fair, but also I don't know what to do with the rest of those now. And then you should have enough. I'm missing 1. There, got 1. Let's go. I know what I'm doing. 4-star alpha. Nice. Don't I have a... Yeah, I do. What to say? I was like, I'm pretty sure I do have some rib bunnies. And then the Elfadrins. You. Just be you 3. Okay, so we caught a bunch of deer that I didn't need to. And now I need to figure out if there are some alpha versions of that. Great. Love that. Oh, it's almost daytime too. Why is your happy? Okay. Okay, you're good. I literally just need 1 more of you. There's also dire howls I should get. Big gumbo da bumbo. We love gumbo da bumbo. I didn't mean to do that. Puddle my duddle. I'm gonna need you to go back to... You were doing this, so... Check so. There's God Dinosaurs. I don't even know how I'm gonna deal with you, but I'll figure that out in a bit. Hold on, bear back. And I'm back with food. Remind me tomorrow. What's happening? Got some delicious stuff. Immune to muddy status, huh? Cool. I do need to make Wampa Stompa better. Actually need a whole lot more Memorests. Robin Quill. Braun. But it's time. Okay. If this is correct, then our... Where is he? Doctor? Are you eating? Is that what's happening? You're waiting to craft. Okay. If this works, the experimental sheeple should get a buff. Oh my gosh, it's a demon god sheeple. Oh my lord. Okay. What's with the boost that was happening? Interesting. Anyway. Need to get some more stuff after all. I mean, part of me is just like, oh, I should just focus more on the luckies that I need. Like, well, you're maxed, so I don't need to worry about you. You just need one more. How much do I need? This King, right? Big Captain Penguino there. Is that something else I can catch over there? So how much do you need? 3, so 27. 27, and you just need 2. So let's go do that real quick. We'll finish that up. And then we'll move on to our next one. Two and 27. What I'm also thinking, right, is there are still a few other pals that I need to, like, once again, I'm more so focusing on ranking up all the pals right now, but I'm not opposed to the notion of catching some of the ones that I need, you know? Because there's also like Thwack Ignis that we need. I'm trying not to go for like the Thwack Ignis or like that route until later. My ball just disappeared. That's fine. Also, I can still catch a ridiculous amount of Celebrays because I do need them for the alpha too. Where in the world? I mean, this is working. Okay. I feel pretty good about this. It's a good thing I have just so many of these pal orbs, you know, pal spheres. I have all of them. So many. That's raising are nice. You know, it just dawned on me that I have stuff in my inventory that I should be getting rid of, but that's fine. All right, so. That's one set. I need 2 of these. Oh my gosh. Ah! Being assaulted from a distance. Wow, the stun! The stun is crazy. Alright, well we got the 2 that we need, so now it's just Pinguino time. What is happening over here? The Velites and the deer have decided to fight. The Velites have won. I'm not really surprised, if I'm being honest. More Velites over there. So once again, big Pinguinos are what we're looking for. Like these lads. You, and get you. You know, I'll get the Alphadrons too. They're not exactly crazy, but they're good enough. Mid-mongs. So there was a... So I need to get an alpha. Well, no, I don't need to get an alpha. Because you can't get a Griswold normally. 3. I'm just trying to think of like what I would want to do to get the Griswold. Because I guess then a Lucky Griswold, I would... Like, Lucky Griswold sounds great in theory. The more I think about it, the more I'm like... We're not going to be able to do that. But I could... Keyword could... get a regular one and then just turn it into a monster. Or I could try to get it to be an alpha. You know, that's another question. Yeah, because the goal would be getting 2 alphas is the way to do it. And then that would also work for Bellinor. I think this is 6, so I think I need 3 more batches of the Pen Kings. I think. That should be 7. Griswold plus Griswolds would equal... Griswold. So I guess maybe I want to catch another Alpha Griswold. Just for both of them to mate. Well, there is an idea. The Velites versus the Lunarisses. I don't know why they decide to attack each other. Oh, that's right. Okay, you just straight up died. Get you. Oh, and then the fire kills you. Okay. That makes more sense. I was like, why did that Griswold just die? Oh, it's because yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, the Lunaruses, the Velites and the Lunaruses seem to not like each other. I think everything just does not like the Velites. I'm being honest here. Apparently there's some internal strife happening. More Lunaruses. Listen, I can't remember, but I think I'm just gonna need 2 more groups of Pen Kings, and then I think we're good here. I mean, there's some Alphadrins. Hello. No running. No running. Please do not hit the Elgrove. Thank goodness. Alright, these should be the last ones. Keyword is should. I'm so torn right now. Because, like... Hmm. Let's be real, I need more Celeres. Seriously? This Celeray got away? Thank you. If it escapes, it was meant to be. Okay, so my next plan is I need to figure out what I could do with Bella Noire. Because I would like to get an alpha one. Well, I need 2 alpha ones in order to do what I need to do. So, did hear... I think it was Derpy told me how I can probably do it. So we're going to bring the squad in to take out some Bella Noires and see where it goes. We will see where it goes. Okay, so first let's condense. You are shaking fiercely. That's fine, I guess. Celery. I know I've caught like a ridiculous amount, but I think this should be good enough for both. Okay, so Lucky Celery is good. And Alpha is not. Okay, Lucky is good. Alpha is not. More Celeries to catch. Lunaris just has 2. Lunaris is good. Penking. I think I calculated this correctly. Nope, I'm missing 3. Rib bunny. Caught a few. Oh, that's looking good. There we go. Okay. Where is Rib bunny on here? There they are. Zupper. And then some Elphedrins. Elphedrins, whatever you want to call them. Not too much. And then we got a bunch of deer. Oh, okay. So that is done for now. So while in your party, pal eggs you pick up have a 35% chance of becoming an alpha. You have to be in the party. Okay. And I do have you. You're below a law, not a bronze cherry. You're a bronze cherry, though. Okay. So what I would like to do, let me get squad up here. So you are all good. We should be okay. Let's make the slabs. I'm going to fight Bellinor, and we need 2 alphas. Because I believe that I can't get Grisvolts, like, properly done. Let me do that yet. Grisvolt location power. I am hungry. Oh. Well, never mind on that. So I just discovered something that I'm like, oh, I don't really need to worry about that. Let's make this real quick. Thank you for your help. Okay. Sorry. I just wanted to see that. So, what I would like to do is we're going to do some fighting here so we can get 2 of these. Well, all but 1, but let me just put these away for now. Books, schematics. No, come back. Quick stack. Range weapons, melee weapons, ingots, production goods, grenades, medicinal supplies, ammo, this stuff. Okay. Things good. Apparently metal armor schematic I have. So put that there, and then we should be all set after I drop off the ore. Cool. The goal is to get 2 Alpha Bella Noirs. That's really what we're looking for. So let's see if we can do it. We'll go to a raid area because let's be real, I don't want to go crazy. All right. So I figure out who I'm even summoning. Big Jellison. So you 3 are right there. You're not even maxed. You're just gonna stay with me. Big Mother Ducker, you and you. And then headlights. Summon, yes. All right, team. Go for it. Ooh, the stuns. All right, this is going well. Wixen's almost dead. Oh, it's in his stun phase. Stun phase is happening. There's another explosion of some kind. They're doing all right. Honestly, squad's doing pretty good. I think the only one who's injured is Wixen. I think the Wixen's the only one that's actually, like, injured. Thank you, Abela. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Oh, my lord. Oh, lots of bad stuff's happening. Big Panda Tingler's doing okay. Wixen's still in there. No one's dead. Oh, never mind. Big Panda Tingler is the first to go down. Nicely done. Good job, team. Poor Big Panda Tingler. Deceased. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Oh, and then everyone just kind of just clumps in there. Okay. That makes sense. Big Mother Ducker. Where was I putting these? You can go right there. You're right there. You need to be leveled up. Actually, I guess you go up there. Where'd you get your model made? An artist on Fiverr. Made it for me. But it's probably going to be changed in the future. Kind of updated, just because I don't... The artist, while they're really chill and really nice, there's a few things that just have made it really difficult to kind of like work with them recently. A lot of like potential... I feel like there was more... Was that really all of the pals that I had fight? Dang, interesting. Yeah, it was an artist on Fiverr, but due to like a lot of fake accounts of theirs like adding me and them just kind of not seeming to be too worried about it, I just haven't gotten more commission from them, so... I don't even need this. So yeah. Okay. Let's see if this works. Noir. And they're not an alpha. That's fine. Just add it to the list of Bella Noirs that we have. Okay, Frog Senpai. Oh, yeah, you both need to go back to the base that you're working at. When you got it made, why did you choose a 2D model? Does it matter? I don't think that stuff really matters. Just feel. I'm starting to get, like, insanely irritated by that question. Like... It doesn't fucking matter. Just accept the fact that I just really rather have had a PNGtuber model and just move on. There's no reason to ask why I did this or why I did that. Just like the model and move on. I just, hearing this question asked so many times, just wears my fucking patience way too thin. Because it shouldn't matter at the end of the day if you decide to go, keyword shouldn't, but I know it does. It shouldn't matter if you are a PNGtuber, VTuber, Facecam, or what have you. But this, apparently it's everyone's frickin' notion that, oh, you gotta be a VTuber. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I just... Let me just do what I feel the most comfortable with, and we move on. Like... I just hear the question so many times. I do want to catch more Nightwings. I think I've just learned that I get fed up very quickly with what I would consider to be just pointless, stupid questions. I think that's like there's my pet peeve, right, of people coming in and then being interested, like fake interested in things, and then immediately like they're fake interested in the stream, they just want to offer their artist services and they move on, and it's like, that's annoying, and that is a pet peeve of mine. But I think what's more so becoming a pet peeve of mine is just questions that don't matter. I really would say that is like something that's starting to aggravate me more and more is, hey, why do you do this? Hey, why are you doing that? If it makes sense in a game context, right? Sorry, this is going to be our topic now. It makes sense in a game context where, hey, why did you do this in a game when you could have done this instead? And like, that is a valid question to have, right? Hey, why are you using this one? I don't fucking care. Oh my god. I don't care if it would look good being in a 2D model. I don't fucking care if it would look good in a different way. Like, I get it. Everyone has their preferences, and I know what you think. But guess what? Hot take. Maybe. Your fucking opinion doesn't matter. Okay? Like, when it comes to the character, let me enjoy the fact that I'm a PNGtuber. Let me enjoy the fact that I just don't want to do the whole 3D VTubing thing right now. Keyworded right now. Like, I just want to do the PNGtuber, and that's it. Just want to be like this right now. It's all I care about. Is I just want to do this, just to be peaceful, and just play games, and just have the PNGtuber bob up and down. I used to do face cam, and with the lack of confidence in how I look, like, that's just, you know, how it was. Like, that's really all it is like, I just want to enjoy being a PNGtuber, and I just want to enjoy my time. Will we do VTubing at some point? As much as I fucking get annoyed by it, probably, because like, that is the logical next step. But for now, let me just enjoy the fact that I'm VTubing or PNGtubing. That's all that matters. And I don't need your stupid fucking comments being like, oh, you should do this. I think it would look good with this. I don't care. Because let me do what I want to do. I don't care what you want. That is, I'm so done with stupid fucking insights. Just people who just join in for no other reason than either A, they want to like pitch their artist services, which happens a lot, or B, they want to critique it and say, oh, I think I know what I'm talking about, and I think this will work a lot better. I don't care what you think. It doesn't matter what you think. At the end of the day, let the streamer enjoy what they want to enjoy. That's really it. Like, if I want to enjoy being a PNGtuber, let me enjoy being a PNGtuber. If I want to enjoy being a face cam streamer, let me enjoy being a face cam streamer. I don't give a shit what other people think. And like, just full transparency. Will I have to be a VTuber in the future? Probably, because that's just the logical next step when it comes to streaming and just how growth is on the platform. Do I fucking hate like the VTuber space? Yes, we've been through this. I find a lot of them uncanny, and a lot of the times like it just doesn't. It just seems unnerving, and you also have people who just put on the fakest of fake personas, and I just think that personally the VTubing space is filled with more bad than there is good. That's just my take, okay? And you know, there's definitely VTubers out there who are really chill and really nice and really great, but I think that's the minority and not the majority. That's just my opinion, okay? But you don't have to pigeonhole every streamer to either being this, that, or something else. I don't give a fuck. And normally I'm like really like chill about this. And normally I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna be relaxed. I'm just gonna, you know, we'll just say, nope, not interested and move on. But this has become, I shit you not, this has become such a constant, and I mean constant topic that is brought up, because they'll come in and see my PNGtuber and then be like, I know what I'm talking about. You'll do so much better with this. Just because somebody is a PNGtuber doesn't mean that they're immediately the greatest thing ever. Just because somebody, like, doesn't mean that they get a bazillion views. Just because somebody is a PNGtuber doesn't mean that they get no views. Like, there are successful PNGtubers. There are successful VTubers. There are not successful VTubers. There's also not successful PNGtubers. Same goes for Facecam. Same goes for just audio. Like, stop. If you're not a fucking streamer, don't try to come in and say, act like you know what you're talking about. I've done this as a hobby for 8 years. And once again, very, very recently, have I like decided, you know what, I'm going to try to take this like a little bit more seriously. And like, I'm gonna try focusing on building up the community, right? Like, that is a very, very like recent sort of situation. But like, I know what I need to do. I'm very much aware of knowing what I need to do. And there's a mix of just not wanting to do it right now. There's a mix of just needing finance to do it. And also 3, it shouldn't be like my immediate next goal. Let me get to it when I get to it. Stop interjecting your fucking opinions that don't fucking matter. Holy fuck. Like, I'm just... And I hate to say this. I really, really hate to say this. But why is this always the case when I'm playing Palworld or Procopia? Like, if I play a monster catching game, or Procopia, which is more like family friendly, like city builder, why is this when I get the fucking stupid assholes? Or stupid idiots. You're not even an asshole, you're just an idiot. I'm so livid. Like, holy fuck. I just want to play games and just enjoy my time, and when we'll get to the VTubing thing whenever I get to it. That's like what I've been saying for ages. Just stupid fuckers. Just keep deciding to show up and being like, I know what I'm talking about. I don't have any streaming presence, and I maybe have 10 people watching. Which, hey, you gotta start off somewhere. But you can't just have like no online presence or think you know what you're talking about because you watch somebody. You actually have to live the fucking life to understand. Like, And even still, even if you have like 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers, I still have this belief that even they don't know what they're talking about a lot of the time, because a lot of it is random and a lot of it is luck. But people can grow and succeed in various different ways. That's just the truth of the matter. They can absolutely grow in various ways. And by interjecting your beliefs, it baffles me. At the end of the day, it just baffles me to no end. Like, there is no reason to interject your beliefs onto a streamer. There is no reason to interject like what you think you know to a streamer. It's one thing, like the only reason I would probably listen to a random viewer is if they had like, even if they did have like 10 to 100,000 like followers or something like that. I'd probably believe them like a little bit more. But then let's be real. They would have like, there'd be somebody who comes in and you would think that they'd be smarter, but they're probably like, I wouldn't say that we're like streamers, including myself. We're not all that smart. We're not all that together. But imagine like somebody coming into your chat with like that big, and if they decide just unfiltered, unadulterated, they decide, hey, I'm going to tell you how you can get better with your stream just by coming in here and just saying that right from the get-go. You just look like an asshole and a moron. Like, you just hit the fucking double with that one, because it's I can't think of the right word for it right now, but it's like is it unsolicited advice? I don't know what the right way to call it is. I think it's unsolicited advice. And if you're somebody who has that big of an audience and then decide to come into a different like streamer's place just to tell them how to do things, you're just a giant asshole at that point. But the problem is, or not even the problem, the thing is that most streamers, I'd like to hope, have a brain and actually like are considerate of that. And they just, you know, they want to sit, they want to watch, talk, chat, and enjoy the content for what it is. And that's what I would believe to be the right thing to do. But there's always a viewer who thinks they know everything, and they'll come in and they will be like, I know how to help your streams. This is what you should do. And it's like, nope, you're just an idiot. And I'm going to grill you for being an idiot because you decided to just overstep lines because you think you know better. I am just livid right now because this has been, and here's the thing, it normally would not bother me if this wasn't a constant issue. Like, here's the crazy thing. Sorry, I guess this is the topic for today. Welcome to the stream. When I did face cam, the big thing I always got asked is why don't I like decide to do PNGtubing or like VTubing? And once again, the question's always the answer's always the same. I just don't like VTubers in general. Like the character that they put on and everything. I'd rather like talk to somebody who's more real and not even in the sense of like they're real as in like they have to be face cam, but like they're not putting on a character. It's like why I like watching Neko, not only for being friends with her for so long, but like what you see with Neko is what you get. Like it's really her, right? And then you have, and once again, those like VTubers who are just really themselves are very few and far between, I personally believe. And if you're fine with watching somebody like put on a character and like that's their entire gist is they're gonna play a character the entire time and they're gonna be as fake as possible, but hey, if it gets people to watch them, then go for it. If that's your cup of tea, hey, that's your cup of tea. It's just not for me. But there's always the issue of like, was face camming, it's like you gotta do PNG and you gotta be this, you can't talk about this, and I'm like, who the fuck are you to say what I can and can't do? But then you have, then the next question is, well, Kit, why did you end up switching to PNG tubing? If you said that you didn't want to PNG tube back then, why are you saying that you're gonna PNG tube now? And the answer to that question is quite simple. It's because I don't have confidence in my looks. Granted, the way my PNGtuber looked, besides the facial tattoos, is how I looked once upon a time. Like, I did have the colored hair. Currently, if I dye my hair, probably would get evicted ASAP from my family's parents' house. So, you know, I gotta be a little bit cautious on that. But at the end of the day, like, I switched to PNG tubing because I know that I'm not attractive enough to fit the main face camera niche that only attractive people really should be on face cam, because that's the weird, unfortunate truth, is that you either have to be really attractive on face cam in order to make it work on streaming. If you're actually trying to grow a community, which, like I said, more recently I am. But there's also the other niche where it's, you got to be a bigger guy, even more fatter, and like have a bunch of energy. That's like the other like type of content that's really like popping off. And hey, I probably fit the fat stereotype, sure. However, I don't have the loud energy, and it's not even that I don't have the loud energy. Every place I've lived, I don't have the capabilities of being that loud. If I was in Doja's house, you know, because of the times I streamed, I would wake people up, and I just didn't want to do that. When I lived in Hell House, I could technically do it, but the room also was like super hot that it just didn't feel good to be doing that. And then in my family's house, if I were to get loud, once again, potential eviction ASAP. Like, they give them a reason to get me out of this house, they will jump right on it. So that's why I can't fit either of those niches for the facecam audience, right? Then you go to PNG tubing, which is what I did end up, as you can see, switching to. But why did I switch to PNG tubing? Well, frankly, one, I don't have to be on camera like 24/7, so you get to look at something more pleasing on the eyes rather than my ugly mug. But two, like, it's not even like more like low effort or anything like that. It's just more the fact that I feel like I could be more relaxed and work on. This is something that I think most people don't even realize, is like when you're PNG tubing, because look at like the facial expressions, right? They're not really changing in the PNG tuber, right? That's how it is. It's not changing, and it just shows when I'm talking, right? Cool. But if I were to play a story game and I have to react to things, while the facial expression is not going to change, I can at least use that time to work on being more audibly surprised and like audibly expressive, I think is the best way to put it. Because what I mean by that is, even on streams when I did face cam and I would react to like stories and stuff for like games, I don't think I was ever like you would see me be shocked, sure, but the voice like that you're hearing in regards to like the voice that you're hearing in regards to oh my gosh, I can't think it, to reacting to the story, like it never really matches. It's like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. But like you can see the shock on my face, but the voice, the vocal aspect is not all there. So because of that, I decided, right, that at the end of the day, I decided that it would be better for me to switch to PNG tubing, because that way I can also work on the vocal aspect of like being shocked about things, being surprised, being sad, happy, angry, all that sort of stuff. It's been reading better, and it's a lot better than I think it was when I was face cam. Okay. That is the long and the short there. So what about VTubing? Because PNG tubing is definitely what you want to do, like starting off, because that way you don't have to invest like a shit ton of money into like expensive cameras and equipment and everything like that. And then you do PNG tubing, or then you do like face cam. And if you fit one of those two niches, and congratulations, you have a good chance of making it work in the algorithm. That's how streaming works, and no one wants to say it, but like that's really what it is. PNG tubing, you could start it off. You can even get like there are some very successful PNG tubers out there. Absolutely. I don't know any, but I'm like, they're thinking about like all the different stuff. There are definitely some successful PNG tubers out there that they. Sorry, I'm gonna just stop like playing just so I can talk about this because I just need to focus. There's successful PNG tubers. I don't know any because I don't really watch any, but I know that they're probably out there, considering the fact that the streaming space is wide and varied. So there's definitely some streamers out there who just focus on PNG tubing and they're incredibly successful, and that's awesome. But those are like very few and far between. Facecam, once again, if you fit either of those two niches, you'll probably do well, if I'm being honest. You can put all your hard work and everything that you could possibly do to try to improve your audience or improve your community and grow and like your content, excuse me. That's what I'm trying to say. You can put out like that effort when it comes to streaming, but if you're face cam and you like are what's classified in society as like ugly or like not particularly attractive compared to some of the other big notable names, you're probably not gonna be going anywhere. And that just sucks. Like you would hope that everyone has like that even ground, and unfortunately that's not the case in streaming. That really is not the case. Then you get VTubing. And I've talked about this recently because it's something that I've had to look into. I'm just going to be full honest now because I've been kind of like hiding some stuff behind the scenes, but I'm just going to say it for this stream. So if you hear it, congratulations, you're going to find out. VTubing is the logical next step. Yes, I am not a fan of VTubers, as I've said before, because 99% of them are just the fakest of the fake, and they put on a character, and it just unnerves me to no end because, like, my personal preference is talking to people who are real and who are truly themselves, not somebody who's playing a character, to entice people to watch. And the thing about that too, and this is just my take on it, is what happens when people find out who plays said character, if they're a VTuber, and finds out that they're nothing like their VTuber counterpart. You get people upset, you get people enraged, you get people just all over the place because the real person behind the character is not who the character is. And that happens, I feel like, quite a bit. Because you would hope that people would realize that they're playing a character, and then they don't, and then it just goes all downhill from there. It just sucks, but like that's just really what it is, right? So personally, I would like to be still kit. Like what you see is what you get, right? But you also have in the VTubing space, like once you hit that like threshold where you stop growing as a PNG tuber, you do have to realistically switch to VTubing at some point, and you just gotta hope for the best, that you fit a niche. And if you have a model, if your model is more feminine, or just you're playing as a female, your VTuber is female, right? Then you have either the really, really cute, adorable ones, or you have the really, really lewd ones. You do have a few that are in between, right? That like are just kind of more like how they actually look. That's just in terms of like VTube model. You either get like the super cute ones or the super lewd ones. And I would say like majority of them are probably playing a character the entire time. That's just my take on it. I could absolutely be wrong, and I would be happy to be proven wrong. But I talked about this like a month or two ago where I was watching, there was a YouTuber who is a doctor and they're a Dr. VTuber, and they had some guests on there that I think I don't know the right word, but part of me was hoping that the two guests that they brought on were just playing a character, because if they weren't, I was just going to get really, really depressed because of just how rude and atrocious they were on to the host. But if like that's their character, then it's still not right, but then you can at least explain it off. And like the guy seemed fine with it, sure, but once again, like it just rubs me the wrong way. And not just me personally, right? It's not everyone else thinks differently, and I get that. But like that's I feel like you very rarely find a VTuber who's like actually themselves. And when I eventually have to switch to being a VTuber, then yes, like I will still get the same kits. You're not going to get, like, there is one idea that has been floated around that I'm actually like admittedly considering, and that one you would still get the same kit, just slightly different. And it's not even me putting on a character, like it would make sense once it happens. Okay, like that's just, I'm peeling back the idea on the curtain. Okay, so like when I do have to go that route, that is something that like you will 99% of the time get real kit, and there's a 1% where, because of just a funny idea of being floated around, it's going to be slightly different, where it's still me but so slightly different, and that will make sense when it happens, right? Because I don't want to be just a random character that is like super fake. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be the realest VTuber. I feel like it's the weirdest thing to say, but like that's the truth of the situation. Now in terms of male VTubers, we've talked about it on stream that they don't typically do well because there's not a really big way to capitalize on the sex appeal. You can't be a super cute male VTuber, because that just leads to a whole bunch of different issues. Like a whole variety of issues right there. But I still am going to at least do it in terms of like I still should be able to do it in terms of like making it at least look feasible. But I don't expect to be like, oh, I'm now a VTuber, let me get 100,000 followers on Twitch and like 1 million subs on YouTube. Like that's not how it works. I still got to put in the effort, and I still have to hope on luck at the end of the day. That's just how it is. But in terms of like the male like VTubing space, I don't think there's that many male VTubers out there. At least just from what I recall, like looking through. So I guess I would fit in like a niche there. But at the same time, I'm not going to play a character. I'm just going to still be Kit at the end of the day. What you see is what you get. And leading all the way back to the initial thing that sparked this just outrage, like venting section, I don't give a fuck if a viewer, and I'm going to be real, this goes for like regulars and just like new viewers anyway. I do care what like regulars think to an extent, right? Because if you start trying to interject like your personal ideas into how to make the streams better, I'm gonna probably hit you with some resistance. But if you're a brand new viewer or somebody who's like rarely at the streams and you're like putting in, oh, you should do this, oh, you should do that, I'm gonna like just grill you, because what the fuck do you know if you're not even here, right? Oh, I'm brand new here, let me tell you everything that you should be doing. Your opinion doesn't matter. Now, if, 5-6 months later, you're a regular, you've been to every single stream, you have a freaking 300 stream streak or something like that, and you're like, oh, by the way, like, I think this would definitely help. Once again, I'm going to meet you with some resistance, because it's not even that I know better, it's just the fact that still, what do you exactly know but I'm going to at least be more willing to listen rather than immediately shrugging you off. And that's where I'm at right now. Yeah. I'm sorry for just the whole rant. That just sets me off. That it really just sets me off when just random fuckers just think that they know everything. And they don't. And frankly, that person who started typing that, I'm convinced that they were going to probably try to offer some, like, art services. So, like, they should be banned anyway. I timed them out because I was feeling a little bit nice today. But they realistically should just be banned because they're just probably an artist trying to advertise. So, to make it fully clear for those who are here right now, I'm going to just definitively say this. Yes, in the future, there is going to be a VTuber kit model. Because in terms of growth and in terms of the best chance I will have to actually grow on the platform after 8 years and actually giving it seriously, not only is it just making content on YouTube and also getting shorts over on TikTok, which I need to still talk to Sparks about. Which let me just do that right now, or I'll just send the crying face emote. There we go. Not only is it doing the content, but I have to at least adhere to some of the whims that can be found on Twitch and YouTube. And right now, I don't fit any of the niches for Facecam. I have probably hit the best max that I could do as a PNGtuber, which is fair because I did Facecam before. If I started off and had like only 10 to 100 like followers, then the PNGtubing would have been a much better idea. But I did this because it's better than the Facecam, because Facecam would detract from it. PNGtubing at least adds to it. But in order to fit to the whims of everything, I do have to reluctantly become a VTuber. Now, will that mean that I'm going to hate every single thing that I'm doing and I'm just going to complain about being a VTuber? No. Like I said, you'll still get kit. You'll still get the same kit that y'all have been seeing. It's just going to be in the more VTuber space, and I want it to be done correctly, not half-assed. I don't even think half-assed is like the right word. So let's talk plans, because I also stream's going to be probably ending relatively soon, considering that I have I have to go to work here in a little bit. So I'm just going to let y'all know what's happening moving forward now that I have a job and now things are moving forward in that aspect. Streams are definitely the focus, okay? Streams and content, mostly. But there is a real focus on streams. I want to make the streams better. I want to make the streams... I forgot to grab a fucking pal. Go figure. I want to focus on making the streams better. I want to focus on making the whole like atmosphere for the community a lot better. Obviously, I don't want to have to keep raging at just dumb shits being in chat constantly. Like, I do have a few things that I'm going to be changing to kind of keep the community to be... I want my community to be smarter, not stupid. I think that's the best way I want to put it. So if a dumb fuck comes in, I'm going to just call him that. If a dumb fuck comes in and decides that they know all of what they know and that they are going to act like high and mighty or like ignore the rules or something, I don't mind banning them because they're not going to add to the community. I am going to be a little bit more... I'm going to be starting to focus more on timeouts rather than straight bans for like those people. But like at the end of the day, I am more so focusing on like keeping our community to be smart, not stupid. And really, the only thing you have to do to be smart... How did I get an advanced tech manual? What? You drop those? You do? Huh. Interesting. That's news to me. Anyway, I'm not trying to dissuade people from chatting. I'm not trying to dissuade people from like, oh, if I say something bad, kid's gonna get upset. You're more than welcome to chat. You're more than welcome to talk about the game. You're more than welcome to just have a conversation. That is perfectly fine. I'm not just saying that. I'm just saying if you come in and like, once again, try to impose your opinions or ideals because you think you know better, you're going to be met with the resistance, and you're going to be met with like, I'm not going to listen to you because you're being extremely stupid. And once again, there's also the flagrant ignoring of rules that tends to happen, which, I mean, once again, we had somebody recently who very openly was like, oh, I don't need to read the rules. I know what I'm doing. And then proceeded to break them. And heck, I even have a rule that tells me that you have read the rules by typing something in chat. And guess what? Hardly anybody does that because they don't read the rules. So, you know, but I mean, heck, some people just read like the first 5 and like, then they're like, yeah, I get it. And then they should be fine and they'll be okay. But I want to keep my community smart, not stupid. Is what my takeaway is. But with the streams, you know, I want to make the streams better, and I want to make sure that I at least can appeal to a lot more people, and I know that's going to have to be VTubing, so that's already in the process of being made. Now, with that all being said, for those who are curious, from what is being planned, and this is far in the future, so this is not going to happen in like the next week or 2. This is going to be happening after a few months. The VTubing model that is being created is based on research and what I know, and I'm going to take Spring's words for this too. It's being done the right way, not the wrong way. Okay? Because I have noticed that there is a right way to do the VTubing models, and then there's a wrong way to do it. And I would say that majority do the wrong way, and I think my take on it is that the reason it's done the wrong way is because people want to save money on it, and they don't want to have to invest too much on something that might not work. And I get that. However, I like taking the risk, so I'm doing it the way that I think would be significantly better. And I'm probably being like slightly influenced by Spring on this, but that's how I'm going to go about it. So do expect sometime in the future actual VTubing kits. Because that's just the logical next step, okay? But also, please expect, after the whole Fiverr debacle that has happened, that I will be getting the PNGtuber updated in a few different ways. I do like how it looks, but I think I've said this on stream before, but if not, I think it just bears repeating. This was not the original idea for what the PNGtuber was supposed to look like. There are current tense, present tense. There are changes that I wanted to get put in, but it wasn't exactly like understood, so they just kind of went with what they do. Once again, Viel did a fantastic job, and I'm not dissing anything that Viel has done. Like, I'm super grateful with how this has turned out. I'm just saying that there are some additions and some changes that will be done now that some other people have more time on their hands. And, you know, emotes are being done. We have, like, thumbnail ideas being done. Editing is being done. There is a lot being done right now. It's just going to take time, and I'm patient, right? At the end of the day, I'm very, very patient with how long things are going to take. I don't expect any of this to be done in the next week. I don't expect any of this to be done in the next month. I don't expect any of this to be done anytime soon. For those who are helping, it's going to take however long it's needed, and that is that. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, I'm yawning. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I like how this all happened because one idiot decided to just be an idiot. And I just immediately just go off on a tangent. But no, we are going that way. And once again, I know it's the irony of it because of my take on the subject, but you gotta face the truth. You gotta face the facts in the streaming sphere. And I don't think people talk about it that much. If I'm being really, really honest, I really don't think people talk about it that much. On what works, what doesn't, and the stigmas, if you want to do that. I think the only thing I didn't talk about, just for reference's sake, I think the only thing I didn't really talk about is audio only, like, creators. Like those who don't want to be a PNG or like on screen or anything like that. Heck, they don't even want a PNGtuber to be up. They just want to be their voice and that's it. And I think those are the most hit or miss. And that one just depends on your voice more than anything else. Like, yeah, if you have like a super sultry voice that like puts people to sleep because it's so soothing, then congratulations, like you're probably going to be doing well. But there are like there are other people who do it because they don't have a camera or they don't have the funds for anything like that, and like the audio quality is bad. Hey, it could still work. You just gotta go with it and see what works. That's really the truth at the end of the day. But I think those who do audio only, I think it definitely worked back in like old YouTube and beginning of Twitch. Now, because of the sheer variety that can be found on the platform, like you really have to be in one of the three big, two big and then one like medium clicks in order to do well. So I just rage, don't I? It's fine. It's fine. Hey, Gold. Thanks for the resub. 8 months in a row. Damn, has it been that long already? Jesus. That's funny, yeah. You doing the Dead by Daylight event? Sorry, you came in like right as I finished just like a 30-minute tirade of just being annoyed. So I'm like trying to cool down, but hey, vey. But welcome in, Gold. Yeah, no, I've been too busy working with artists. It's fair. Sad. No DBD for you. I'll be playing DBD later tonight after work. I think I'm doing DBD 2 nights in a row, which, no, sometimes some would say is not my greatest idea, but I think I was told, is it Chaos Shuffle that's the first one? Sorry, let me move this around. It should be, yeah, there's the July community. There's a killer showcase. Yeah, I know there's like a summer event, but another artist that's also named Gold. He's doing the art. Nice. Nice. I've crafted 10,000 ingots. It just popped up on screen. Hooray. No, it's Chaos Shuffle right now, right? I think it's Chaos Shuffle on DBD. And then it's supposed to be 2v8 and Lights Out? Or is it Lights Out, Chaos Shuffle? I don't know which one it is. Oh, docs I've been typing all this time? Fair. Let me see. DBD summer event. So July 28th, which is today. Chaos Shuffle starts first, then it's Lights Out, then it's 2v8. Okay. Yeah, it's just in that order. Got it. So we'll be doing Chaos Shuffle then today, which would be cool. I am probably not going to be playing as Killer for Chaos Shuffle. Yeah. Because what I think is going to happen is people are going to play a lot of Chaos Shuffle. Would not be surprised if people played a ton of Chaos Shuffle. Then they'll probably play a little bit of Lights Out. I think people will play Lights Out just to be like, oh, I remember this game mode from the past. And then get annoyed and then stop playing it. If you need someone, I'm up. They can join if you're doing Survivor. Yeah. It's been a minute since you and I played together, Gold. Thing is, I work until 10, so I probably won't be starting my stream until like 10:30 tonight. So, because this will be the first stream that I'll be doing after, like directly after a shift. Well, I actually know, I guess Saturday that counted, so. I don't have enough Palladium fragments. Interesting. Survivor side item too, so Loki sucks. Yeah. I'm not surprised. You know what? I'm gonna go do some dungeons. That's the best idea for right now. Well, I think people just don't like Lights Out in general. So, like, what they should have done. This is my take, I suppose. God, I'm just full of the takes today. Chat, let it be known. My take on it is I think they should have stayed. They keep Chaos Shuffle and 2v8 because those two are by far the most popular modes. Like if you're playing DVD, like any of those kind of modes, like Lights Out Chaos Shuffle and 2v8 are like the ones to do. Lights Out, people are going to play for like 2 or 3 games, get annoyed. If you're killer, you're probably just going to stop playing. And if you're survivor, you're just going to get annoyed and then just move on back to solo queue. Because it's like I would compare it to like what Neko goes through with like Dredge and like getting headaches. Like everything is just super dark. You can't see anything and it's just a headache and a half to even like deal with. So you're just like, oh, this could be an interesting time. And it's just a pain to go through. And then as killer, like if I recall correctly, it already was survivor sided. Like it's one of the few modes that like I would say is like super survivor sided, and then they add the lantern and it's like, oh, now it's not just a little bit survivor sided, it's incredibly survivor sided. Got it. Unless there's other changes. Yeah, I would say Lights Out's like not a beginner friendly mode by any means. Then you have 2v8, which 2v8, even though people are tired of it, I still say 2v8's probably another really good game mode. I think the reason they keep bringing it back is because it's so popular, but it's also one of those things where it's like, oh, it's so popular, like we're annoyed by seeing it constantly. Like that really is just what it feels like. But at the end of the day, I think it's fine. Y'all didn't see anything? What they should have done. This is my what I think. What they should have done is instead of Chaos Shuffle Lights Out 2v8, they should have done Chaos Shuffle and then random mode 2v8. And what I mean by random mode is like, oh, they're all dead. All right, cool. Like all of the previous like weird game modes that they had that like we haven't seen in a while. Like, why not have it be you load in and the killer, you can opt in. So if you play as Oni, you automatically will get the My Little Oni game mode. But if you're any other killer, it's a chance for Lights Out. It's a chance for the snowman event, like the event with like the Christmas event, a chance for the Halloween event, and then maybe like a chance for the old anniversary events. Like just throw it in of just here's all this other random stuff that you could like these old events from the past. And here's a week of, hey, if you play, you might get one of these random events. Go have fun. Play it. I think that would be so much better. And since it's purely random, like you can't exactly like prepare for it. So it's like, oh, I'm going to go in and this is going to be the easiest Lights Out game mode ever. Oh, I'm playing the Halloween event. So now I have to focus on grabbing the rift shards and stuff. Or like there's a maybe have one that is just Blood Moon, you know? Like that's what I think should be what they would do, but I know that would probably take a lot of manpower and like be really difficult, so that's just me. Man, this stream's been like up and down. I think we'll do this. Holy hell. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this dungeon and then one more dungeon, and then I'll call it so that way I can get fully ready for work. So. I do want to once again apologize for my rant earlier. Just getting patience tested a lot. I might just finish this dungeon actually, and then I'll probably call the stream. I was gonna say I was doing one more, but there's like some stuff we want to talk about before and off the stream, and it's gonna relate to like this week with streams in general. Just my brain is like not parsing, so I gotta like stop just to think. Gotta keep running. Gotta keep running. Let me go back to work and typing. No worries. Have I? I do have an alpha caparty. Okay. Go on stream. Thanks, Gold. I'll talk to you later. See you around. There we go. The caparties are down. Oh, we're gonna hit level 61. Cool. Tight lover. Almost hitting some maxes here. Okay. That'll be it. Oh, excuse me. Yawning. Okay. So let me head back to please don't kill the Corgeros. They are innocent, probably. Let's talk about this week. Because I know I put up the I know I put up the schedule, but there is some stuff because each week moving forward there is stuff that's being worked on and like stuff I'm changing. Just to like keep progress moving forward. Okay, that was kind of another point of my rant is like, yes, in the far future, while I will be a VTuber at some point, because that's just a logical next step, there's also just a lot of different other progression, like other different facets of progress that need to be considered before I get certain stuff done. Is that the right way to put it? I think it's the right way to put it. You can go right here, and that should be the rest of those. Okay. So, this week, I have the entire schedule up, but I did make a midweek note on the Discord talking about there is going to be a little bit of a change in like some of the games that are being streamed. Most notably, you might have seen that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is going to be listed to stream. Hamtaro is going to be officially streamed. And then starting the following week, there is going to be some more games that are going to kind of be out of left field that you're like, wait, don't you have like other stuff that you need to finish first? So that's what I'm going to be saying here. I'm not going to be making a post, but I'll probably be talking about this a few times throughout the week, just if I need to feel like I need to refresh, right? So I went around asking if I should delete a lot of my saves on my Switch to restart, since I'm doing a whole lot of new things for 100% completion. And most of it was like, be selective about it, but mostly yes. And when it's like be selective, it's like, don't like just delete everything willy-nilly. Like, at least make sure you're not deleting really, really important stuff. Which, fair point. So there's a lot of games that are going to be redone to get footage for like full 100% completions. And some are gonna require me to have to play like multiplayer again, some aren't. It's really just gonna kind of depend on how I go about things. Okay. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the first one because, frankly, I really want to recomplete the game, and if that means I have to redo multiplayer again to get all the coins, then we're gonna redo multiplayer and get the coins and stuff. Like, I'm fine with doing that. So we will be starting that later this week, but either Thursday or Friday. It's probably more so Friday is gonna be the one that has like a tentative sort of stream, and that is because where do I put this? I also forgot that we got to do the experimental sheeple real quick. I'm gonna need to do one extra day of delivery driving this week. That's the goal. So sorry, this should be good. Yes, it is. Interesting. Anyway, I told myself that I'm only going to be doing deliveries on Wednesday, so tomorrow. But due to various circumstances, I might, and the key word is might, have to do deliveries on either Thursday or Friday. It just kind of depends on how everything looks. So with all that being said, if a stream were to go away, it would probably be the Xenoblade Chronicles stream on Friday. But then on Saturday, I will do 3 streams at that point. So we'd start off with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, then do Xenoblade right after, and then do Palworld. Like, it will be just a full day. The other thing that I'm going to be doing in terms of like progressing forward is specifically regarding Twitch. I am going to be finally, at long last, updating the About section and all those different sections on Twitch. I know I need to get the banners updated, which that will happen like sometime in the future. But for right now, I'm just going to be updating like kind of the each About section and kind of breaking things down so that way it's like there. I think with that About section too, I'll also be putting in like just like a Q&A point, just so that way people can, that way I don't have to go on a huge rant and I could just say like, just check the About section, I'm not answering. That way at least it will clear things up. I hope to have that done. I'm actually going to be doing that during the Dead by Daylight stream today. So that's actually something else I'm going to talk about right now too, is stuff getting done during streams. This will mostly be seen with Dead by Daylight and a little bit of Palworld. It kind of just depends on if I have like co-coms or not and what I'm waiting for. I am going to do my best. That I have a lot of things I need to get done just regarding content and work related stuff that I don't have enough time in a day to do it. So I've picked both Dead by Daylight streams and at least one Palworld stream, which will be the Palworld stream on Thursday, to get that stuff done. It shouldn't take like the entire stream, and it's not gonna like stop the streams, at least in terms of Dead by Daylight. It might stop the streams a little bit in terms of like Palworld, just considering like where it would be. But in terms of Dead by Daylight, like it should just be done like in between games. So that is something that's going to be worked on tonight, and it's also going to be worked on Wednesday night. So you won't, if there's a point in both of those streams where it seems like I'm kind of distracted by something else, it's probably me working on other things at the same time. And that's pretty much all of like anything progression based for this week. I'm just checking my list here. And then I'm also doing my Pacopia and Nikkei stuff at the same time as we're doing the stream related things for Dead by Daylight. Like I said, I'm going to be quite distracted, but that's going to be the best way moving forward. I did put 11 as the start time for Dead by Daylight tonight. I think I'm going to be home pretty early. So I will actually be able to do the stream earlier. So we will see. We will see. Oh man, this stream has been like everywhere. Like there hasn't even been like, oh, this has been like a funny moment sort of thing. I'm going to also say that it's because I'm a bit tired. I want to make it clear with a new job. That's not making me tired at all. I'm actually been having a lot of good time, like I said, at the job, and I feel things are going really, really well there. I think it's just more the fact that other things have happened, specifically regarding family, that have just made me a lot more tired than should be. Once again, I have a car that I got to get fixed now. And then the yelling is kind of like escalated to a daily sort of situation, so it's a fun time. Oh, shorts and weekly highlights. That's something else I wanted to talk about. The shorts and the weekly highlights are still happening. I'm going to check in about the weekly highlight stuff relatively soon. But I'm hoping that shorts do come back in the future. And then I have to talk to somebody about that as well. So I am trying to get done like content on the YouTube channel. Fun fact, Spring and I were talking about it during work, where he's just like, I can do all this sort of stuff, but I can't edit. And I was like, dude, that's the same thing with me. Like, I can do all of this, like writing and ideas, footage, scripting, all that sort of stuff, but I cannot edit to save my life. And he's like, yep, that's how it be. So you know what just dawned on me? Okay, power capacity is still going. Almost done them. Yeah, I hope you all are excited for like future stuff, and I do apologize for like kind of my tirade earlier today. I guess it's also been like kind of the past few weeks. Like I said, I don't know what it has been with the Palworld and the Pacopia streams, but a lot of just who we've been seeing, once again, not everybody, because that would be over generalization there, but there's been a lot of people who have just been like very, very much either kids or just people who are just really stupid and coming in and trying to impose their ideas. So I've been very combative on that. It's not going to deter me from streaming like these type of games. Like, don't worry about that. Just do expect that if we get to a point where there's like a new chatter and they decide that they want to tell me how to stream, it's just, once the about section gets updated, like, that should fix it a little bit, because then I'll just be like, just read the about section. And then if they try to double down on that, then we just say, adios, you're gone. You wanna know what the funny thing is? This will be the last thing I'll say before we end off the stream. There have been times in the past where there'd be like combative, like people, like for some chatters or stuff, like especially during like Genshin, like Splatoon days, they'd be like super combative and they'd be like demanding, like this, that, or whatever, right? And they're like, oh, you should be doing, like, not even saying what I should or shouldn't be doing, but they would be like kind of ignoring the rules, but they would actually like put in very, very good unban requests, and I would actually unban them. Would they come back after that? Probably not, but like, there have been people who put in unban requests. I would just like it to be made known that the entire time I've come back to streaming, since like the move, and we have dealt with switching to PNGtubing, and I've done the whole slew of just ridiculing people who are being stupid. There has not been one unban request that has come through. Meaning to me that these people have come in, they just want to be a dick, and if they get banned, they don't care and they just move on. Like, that's their gist. Like, there was one guy I remember who was like, I'm saying this because I do care about your streams. And it's like, no, you don't. Because if I ban you, you're not going to try to unban, you're try to request to get unbanned. And you would request to get unbanned if you did care. So anyway, I got to get going to work. So I will be going to work. I'm going to probably leave the game going so that way trust levels can keep getting built. My hours in this game are going to skyrocket, that is for sure. But yeah, weirdly enough, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but weirdly enough, I do believe that later tonight with Dead by Daylight, it actually should be a lot better than it was during the stream today. Or like the Palworld stream. So that's going to be amusing, but yeah. It's just so funny that this game is the one, or it's the one that I just get annoyed by people, and then I get to Dead by Daylight, and yeah, we get to deal with the occasional asshole, but like, that's it. So but yeah. Also, I know that there's still a bunch of stuff that I gotta do. I need to figure out a consistent way to get flame organs. So I was gonna read up on pals, but I can't do that right now because I gotta get going. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. We'll be back later tonight with some Dead by Daylight to do the summer event. And we might get some people in the call, we might not, and I'll be a little bit busy during that time. So yeah. But thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. Of course, my name's Katafi. I'll see you next time for some more Reddit gaming. See you all later. Peace. Bye, everyone.